people have forgotten that before he got injured, he was stinking up the joints. So Charlie, I mean, fair play. It looks like
some Cartoon Network English. Go on.
Stinking up the gaff. He was. It looked like he was.
Sulia.
Hi guys, welcome back to
Sulia.
Yes, it's
Charlie,
your
the
boy.
best time of the week for me, Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're looking forward to record. I hear that. Me too. It's one of my favorite days of the week, recording day.
Zoo the God.
Yes, that's me, Zoo the God. I'm joined by
Joseph, aka Juliet.
And Farid Didi. Strong Didi. Let's go.
Hey Charlie.
What?
That's crazy.
It's not my
bro.
podcast.
Update. Anyway, yes. So as always, the football has been going on. We have been watching, we have been entertained, we are angry, we are sad. There's a lot of emotions. So we are here to share with you. I know you guys relate on some levels, disagree on some levels. But yeah, that's why we're here to share. So let's get into it. I think we can start with the best team in the world, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yes, Arsenal off the back of...
I'm a believer now. Honestly,
Yes,
I
I believe in
swear.
Mikel, I understand. Me too.
Believe in
Arsenal.
Mikel.
Trust the process.
Yo, someone asked me, Mikel or Saka, who would I prefer to lose? And I was like, bro, Saka can go.
Yeah, Saka can go.
For real.
For real.
He
bro.
made him.
Saka can go.
Charlie.
Even though he
Arteta-
hasn't won anything. Except the FA Cup
But-
for Aubameyang in the year 2020.
Yeah, but I feel like
That sounds
if
like so long ago now.
if somebody is good, you can see.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming. So
The
anyway,
Champions League.
it's not. Yeah. We'll see. Speaking of the Champions League, Arsenal beats. I'm sure you know by now. Arsenal beats Real Madrid.
They didn't just beat
home
them.
and away.
I heard it's
Yes.
not
They
Madrid,
spanked
it's
them.
Madrid. Real Madrid.
Who said that?
That's how the Ghanaians pronounce it.
Yeah, Real Madrid.
Get with the
it's true.
program.
Charlie,
Yeah,
before the
Ghanaians-
match,
Ghanaians
Madrid
say
did all the
Remontada,
talking. Hey, you
Remontada.
can't go on social media without seeing Remontada.
Bro,
Charlie.
they said they will bring some horses and the academy kids will be clapping for them.
And
then
they'll close the roof.
Somebody said
that
they
was
close the
the
roof
new one.
to
They'll
cook the
close
rice.
So Charlie,
That's what the rice
open
cooked.
the roof. That's what I'm talking about.
But they
yeah,
closed the roof. Oh.
They closed it.
Yeah, they closed the roof.
They should have opened it.
We don't cry. It served us now. Well. Charlie,
I didn't even understand. I was like, if you close the roof, what will happen? Like,
oh, the
Remontada.
atmosphere. They want
You see that the tweets they said
cacophony
that-
to.
it's be louder.
Yeah.
Can you say Remontada in every language or something? Like
Charlie, all of them too were posting.
All for what?
Vinny was posting.
Wednesday.
They said 90 minutes in the
Bernabeu is a long
is
time.
a long time. Translate it into
As
as many
many
languages as possible.
So
Everybody.
Ekosi saying, as Larry would say.
Semi Kraus a believer. Zoo was scared. Zoo
I
said
was
he
afraid,
didn't
I was
watch the first half. He was
I was
shaking.
afraid. I don't lie, I was afraid, but I should have never doubted the boys. I mean, with a 3-0 lead, if they
Yeah.
had lost it, I said here, if they had lost it, then I would have stopped watching football, honestly. But yeah, so off the back of that amazing, progression in the Champions League, Arsenal played Ipswich, who are all but
They
relegated.
said from going from the Champions League darling boys to the tractor boys.
The Tractor Boys. Yes.
But they're relegated now. Not yet.
Not 100%. Like
Not
West Ham have to lose
mathematically,
all their
yeah.
games.
Oh.
Ipswich have to win all their games.
Oh no, that one there.
Yeah, it's not gonna
They're
happen
basically
soon.
relegated.
They're basically relegated, yeah. So Ipswich are down. Arsenal put their final nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
Could have been like 6-7-0, honestly. But
4-0. They did something that Chelsea couldn't do.
yeah, it was one of the easiest games of the season for Arsenal, honestly. Like, it was too easy.
Really?
Yeah, it was very easy.
Hey.
No,
Boys
like,
Casal.
they were just bad. Like, it's not like Arsenal were amazing. We didn't even get out to like second year. Ipswich were bad. So
Ipswich are bad. Though.
Yeah, very
Marino
bad.
is still out there doing bits.
yeah,
He didn't score, he got an
He
assist.
played in midfield this time. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Pain.
Nice flick
He's my
assist.
No Saka assist.
Charlie, no.
Bro, Saka could have scored 3 goals. Like, bro,
I
bad
think
finishes.
he's still coming back
Bad
from his
finishes. What?
No, Saka's not injured.
So Ipswich got a red card. What's his name? Leaf Davis, the left back. Like literally just stamped on
Yeah,
Saka's
on his-
Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saka obviously it was a painful experience. So he had to. It took him after a while and he put ice on his, but he's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's Arsenal. Like we said, Arsenal were in Europe. But guess who was also in Europe? Manchester United.
Speaking of remontades,
Speaking of
of
remontades.
hey,
You know who the code is?
Charlie,
See, I watched that celebration like thousands. I was just
I don't know. It's not nice when Sexy does it.
Yeah.
Cry.
Menu did Sexy celebration better.
Hey,
way better.
bro.
Because when I saw, I was like, "Hey, Charlie."
First of all, let's talk about how United looked like they were in control. 2-0 first half
Cruising.
against 10 men.
After Onana made all the noise, he was
Charlie.
finally,
It looked like it
justified.
was set. And then second half, the unraveling. I think a lot of that is lost in the remontada.
unraveling is
But the
crazy.
fact that they actually went 4-2 down in extra
Damn.
time after leading 2-0 at Old Trafford.
I was at the airport and I saw NKD. He had just landed.
Oh wow!
I said, Charlie, bro, then they score you 4-2. He vexed. We did it later on. I said, like 5-4. Like what? I thought it was done.
Charlie, myself, I mean,
But
I was
done.
done. Believe
Let's
4-2 in
dive
extra time.
inside small.
Let's get into
Yeah.
it.
These penalties.
Yeah.
These penalties.
I think nowadays the
You
penalties
can't
like
forget about your boy, like a new signing.
I said, scored a penalty, yeah.
But the Bruno one, I think was very dicey. Honestly, the one that Man U won. I don't know, just from the way it was a little clumsy, not that clear.
Yeah.
I feel like
Even
the
the
time-
one Leon got was a little. I don't know. I feel like nowadays the penalties, like if you saw the penalty Barca got against Celta Vigo, like it's a penalty by the law. But I mean, some of these things, bro. Like,
Okay, that's
we are
another
playing
match.
football. It's a
Even with
contact.
the VAR, like
Yeah,
it's
it's
crazy.
a contact sport. So I mean, well, it is what it is. And Madrid also denied the penalty in their match against is it Alaves? I don't know.
Something
Whoever
like
they
that.
played.
And then
Yeah.
what's his name scored at the end? Rodrigo's, as usual. But yeah, back to United.
Valverde, you mean?
Valverde.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, back
Kobe
to United.
Menu.
Yes. Menu, yeah.
One player I want to shout out to Ryan Cherky.
Cherky, yeah.
Oh yeah. Shaky really bored out.
Looks like he's
whole
on the
thing.
cusp of a big move, and then he just ends up back in, but Charlie, the match he pulled.
But I think the
tidbits.
move is coming.
There was another young
he's
guy,
young.
that guy with some curly hair, that was also
Nabil Fekir. I know in the
the Lyon game. That was
was the one that won the
so-
penalty?
I think so.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but he too was doing
Oh,
bits.
the black
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
Yeah, with some curly hair,
Ah,
Somali
right.
looking down.
They are not bad though. I mean, if you look at their position in Ligue 1, they're not fantastic, which is why United, the way that they hype them as body like them do something behind. I mean,
It's not the best.
it was
But their
okay.
star
Bro,
player was
Lyon
out, though.
almost were on track for relegation last season.
Yeah.
United,
They're not-
they need to calm down.
But
I
their
think
star
United
boy
fans-
didn't play, Enes Nyama,
Yeah,
Ah,
Neymar
the
is
ball,
injured.
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie. Oh, he's
But
injured.
he's
Yeah,
ACL.
Sure, they held up his shades the face. Like,
Hitting our Ghana boys.
but Kobe Menu,
Charlie, the goal was nice. Oh.
But
The-
shout,
the
shout out
composure
to,
was
shout out
crazy.
to Maguire though.
yeah.
Like I feel like
What
We're
was he
getting
doing there?
I mean that's their plan B. Like when things are going wrong, Maguire goes into the front.
Charlie.
Interestingly enough, he's way more effective than Hoyland.
You say
Hoyland.
shouting out players. Why haven't you shouted out Casemiro yet?
Yes,
Charlie.
that's actually he's the main catalyst.
Casemiro.
He changed the game.
Really? When
changed
they
the
brought
game.
him
I
on.
thought the footballer left him.
changed
Sana,
No.
he wasn't ready to let
Classes-
him leave.
They say what?
He had like
Form
what,
is
2
temporary.
assists or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
he had
Came
2
from the
assists.
bench and he changed the game.
Permanent.
Charlie, I think he had a goal. Did he
Form
have
is
a goal?
temporary class, permanent.
He
No.
didn't score, no.
But he got 2 assists.
I think he got 2
He got
assists.
man of the
I think
match.
He got fouled
Mm,
for the penalty.
For the
as
penalty,
well,
yeah.
Who's this Casemiro?
Casemiro.
I think it was him, yeah.
Hey!
But Kobe Menu.
Kobe score was nice.
Somebody
Menu's
say,
goal was
yeah,
nice.
Ghana.
Anyway, yeah, so
Crazy.
congrats to Man U for reaching
But
the
yeah, I
semis.
heard you talking about Hoyland. Hi. Speaking of Hoyland, did you see their
and Garnacho?
after, especially after coming back, winning the game in such extraordinary fashion at home? They came to play against, who did they play?
Wolves.
And Hoyland.
And
You
did
see,
he played the match?
Yeah.
he got some golden opportunity.
Oh,
All
Charlie.
he had to do was slide it in. He was a second off. And guess what the coach did immediately? They
Took him off. Yeah.
There wasn't,
He's
like,
not alert.
Yeah, United brought rudely back down to earth. Charlie, your man says he's charged the season in the Premier League there, Charlie. He's going to play
they're
Academy
charging
Boys.
them
Charges.
because if you look at the table, let me just,
What are they playing for, to be honest? Like,
if you look at the table,
Oh yeah, the league there. I mean,
they are safe from relegation. So
Yeah, they are now finally in week 34 of the Premier League. Manchester United are finally mathematically safe
safe from relegation.
from relegation.
because they have 38 points.
Yeah.
How many games? 34. Yeah,
Yeah. 33. So
33.
Game week 34 is this weekend.
right.
That's crazy.
It's very
38
crazy.
points.
Yeah. Charlie, what a season. And yet they could very well win the Europa League.
1
and
point,
make
2
it to the
points per
Champions
game or
League.
some shit like that. Hey,
It's-
38, that was crazy.
There's somebody on TikTok that's apparently he says he's not cutting his hair until United win 5 games in a row.
Oh
He's
yeah.
been doing this since like
I
think
saw that
a year
guy.
ago, 2 years
And
ago.
he
He's
came
still
on Sky Sports,
Yeah.
I think.
Some big afro. So yeah, they're definitely not finishing
it's
anything
crazy.
higher than 13.
yeah, there's nothing to play for. So
Yeah.
he said, like, I think came out after the semi-final and said, look, he's going to play academy players. He's going to play.
But they
reserve
could finish
team
as low
players.
as 17 though.
It doesn't matter. So long as
They
they're not
could
relegated.
definitely be
They
17.
could
Yeah.
be 17th.
So long as they're not
Yes.
relegated.
I don't think so though, because West Ham are
West Ham are terrible.
Terrible,
West Ham are
wow.
terrible. They actually drew with Southampton. Hey,
Southampton. Giving them the 1 point.
they finally got their
needed
points.
to
Yeah,
equalize the lowest record. Wow.
they got their points.
So let's really quickly touch on this. Like, what is it with Manchester United that they are unable to translate the wins from, or even the performances in big games against the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, City, and then in Europe? Why can't they translate it into the Premier League?
Mentality.
They are not serious.
It takes a lot to get up for small games.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot to get up for the big games. Like even the coach has said this, he doesn't understand. Like it's the same tactics, the same players that he's playing.
Yeah.
But ultimately you can't.
The Vim.
Yeah, you can't get into the heads of the players. Like, Charlie, yeah, we are facing it. Even Arsenal, to some extent.
But Arteta there, he tries to get in the head.
Oh, he tries, but even now we've seen Arsenal drop points against some of the lower teams in the league. Earlier in the season, we saw them take City all the way. We saw them take Liverpool, and then they go and face a Brentford somewhere, and then Charlie, they can't beat
Yeah.
them.
Gosh.
It's difficult. Like the marks of champions are those that can consistently win. Liverpool, for a long time, they were able to do it. Now it looks like
The chic.
a shaky kakra, because Charlie, you need a late goal, not a late goal, but like a kind of late goal to beat Leicester City. Charlie. But anyways,
But
I mean,
speaking of the let's go, shout out to Trent. Now there are rumors that he will sign.
he's like,
We'll see.
Charlie, why would you go
We'll
and
see
join
about
this
that.
sinking ship? Like, let's be honest.
Salah and Van Dijk, I think both of them have signed a 2-year extension. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-year extensions on their
See, I'm
contracts.
smiling.
They're happy.
I mean, I have to be happy, even though they
Yeah,
are
I'm
old
not
men.
happy. I'm not happy.
Oh well, at
I
least they will
think-
not go for free.
I think they signed them so that they can sell them next season. That's why I think.
one of them will go.
I think
at
one,
least
yeah,
one
one
of them.
at least one will be sold. Yeah,
Hey, then you should be thinking
One
about the
also.
contingency. Of
exactly.
Because
So
honestly-
you basically bought yourself time to.
Salah was playing for that contract too. Charlie, now
I
the
hope you keep playing
Interestingly-
because the Leicester game.
He didn't get that big of a pay rise or something like an extra 20k or something. Like
Really?
that.
He
Reported.
already was on like 350k.
Yeah, so they added like 20k. Yeah, so
hey, Uncle Chairman, £370,000 a week.
It's not
I
bad.
mean, well,
No,
they're
it's
going
at
to
Yam.
tax.
It's
They're
not
going
bad.
to tax you and take half, though. But
Charlie,
He
you
has
should
a
go to
family
Saudi.
to feed,
it's still a lot.
You should go to Saudi. Oh, De Bruyne apparently says he doesn't. He's not averse to a Premier League move
Yeah,
as
they
well.
asked, I mean, the way they asked the question, that's not exactly what he said, but
So if there's a right project, so who knows? A la Chelsea,
Allah.
would you take him out? Would you take
100%,
Varane?
100%.
Is that the kind of player you need?
Well, can I say? I'd say we need a centre back.
We need centre backs here. We need a midfielder as well.
Just
yeah.
any experience.
Yeah, like yeah, and I was like, you won't take De Bruyne if you get him on a free 100%. You take even if it's a
I
rotation
think it
player,
depends on the wages and stuff too, though, because
you won't take that
I mean,
much.
yeah, Chelsea can afford
Can
him,
afford
yeah.
anything.
And to be fair, we are paying some of those rat bastards some fat checks.
Yeah.
Fofana, who's been injured 70% of the time he's been at the club, he's like on 200k or something like that.
Speaking of Chelsea, how do you feel
Chelsea.
about this top four? The way
Charlie.
the relegation is over, but the 15th to 17th is so close.
Another remontada this week. Came back from behind. Somebody said the start of Chelsea's downfall was a 2-1 loss we suffered to Fulham after taking the lead in the first half, and then them coming back 2 late goals. And essentially from that time, we were been on a run of losses.
and
and we
else and
reversed
average
it.
performances.
It doesn't matter. Sometimes you
So
need
it
just a
doesn't
little
matter.
spark.
Game.
You remember that Fulham game?
Fulham are not bad.
Watch
Didn't
that,
they?
number 19.
They scored.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they score Liverpool?
We watch a lot of games. So. Fulham.
Fulham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they beat
Yeah,
us?
Beat Liverpool, yeah.
Me too,
Me
true,
too.
true,
So
true,
Fulham are not like when I went to that match, like I didn't go in thinking that Charlie this one they're a cool chop,
Iwobi
and then they
is
scored
having
that
a very
first
good
goal.
season.
Charlie's goal was nice. So,
He has 9. I think he has 9 Premier League goals,
That's
which is a lot for midfield.
no worries.
Okay.
Very very nice goal. Very good performances from Ryan Sessegnon. I like Calvin Bassey too, Charlie.
I like him. Remember when I started talking about
Calvin
this
Bassey
guy?
too is a-
And that married man who didn't allow me to.
Robinson to give
Leeds.
gave us a tough time on that right side, but
Yeah.
ultimately, I'd say just
Pedro Neto
little difference. The Pedro
and
Neto,
Tyreek George. How do you feel
Tyreek
about
George. You know,
Ah,
honestly,
I saw. Who Who's this Saka guy?
Charlie,
He looks like Saka. Oh.
Say evil
Saka 2.0, the correct Saka. No, but honestly, fair play. Like, we needed something like that. Like, Jackson, and what I realized about Jackson is that, Charlie, he's not a very clinical striker. Like,
When did you realize
no. Like, he had a little purple patch at the beginning of the season, right? Where we
he
thought
was
he
very
could be clinical. But then
It seemed like he was
see,
figuring it out,
you see
yeah.
Tariq George strike a shot like that from outside the box, and
Clinical.
even Iwobi strike that kind of
Iwobi
shot.
Saka.
Like, there's no excuse
And
for you to be
Neto as
getting
well.
point blank range chances and
not being
you're
able
not even
to-
hitting the
As a
targets.
professional.
So
Chelsea number
honestly,
9,
petition for Jackson to be dropped and because people were saying that Chelsea's down for Jackson got injured. People have forgotten that before he got injured, he was stinking up the joints.
Stinking
So
up
Charlie,
the joints.
I mean, fair play. It looks like
That's some
the
Cartoon Network English.
Yeah.
Go on.
stinking up the gaff. He was. It looked like he was. So it looks like the top 4 race is looking spicy. Newcastle destroyed by Villa. Villa are looking really, really tasty. All of the candidates are looking good. City as well also looks like they are.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams within
5
2
teams,
points
yeah,
of
and
each
then
other.
the
What are the
essentially.
points? 59.
So
57.
Newcastle on 59, City on 58, Chelsea, Forest, and Villa on 57.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's 3rd to 7th, and they are all trying to get into the.
And all of them,
top
their
5.
run-ins are pretty like tough.
Okay.
Chelsea are facing Nottingham.
Liverpool, right?
Chelsea are facing Liverpool. We have Nottingham Forest in
Wow.
there, and we have Newcastle as well. So we could take points
Wow.
of these teams.
That's
Or they could
City
take
to
them
have a
off.
few tough games in there as well. So it'll be interesting.
But they were saying the Premier League gets 6 Champions League slots.
5.
5.
Oh, 6. Depends.
6 if
And the FA Cup.
Depends on the boys in the
on
Europa.
League.
Oh, okay.
If United or Spurs win the Europa League,
What kind of
That's
world are we
cool.
in? That's Spurs and or United could make it
God
to the
forbid why.
Champions League next
God
season.
forbid.
After the horror show they've had.
God really, really.
As a Chelsea
forbid.
fan, I'm very bitter because United, that Europa League spot, they didn't deserve it. If City had turned up for the FA Cup final, yes, if City had turned up for the FA Cup
They were
final
still
and
drunk.
had actually done their jobs, Chelsea would have been in the Europa League, would have been in the semi-finals,
Would you have been in the
pushing for a
semi-finals?
Champions League, of course.
Are you sure?
Of course. Would have forgotten about the league, would have charged the league as well, would have
Somebody
put all
like
our eggs
some
to that
Lazio,
charge.
some Lazio or somebody will knock you for that side.
Massa. Yes, I mean, look, we are literally
That was once.
1 for 1. Exactly.
You
No, we
mean
are 2
everybody
for 2.
was-
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Ah, yeah, true.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
You want to, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie, 100% win
I
rate
can't
in
believe
the
I forgot
Europa
that
League.
one.
Which one?
It be drama. They wanted
Yeah, Arsenal 4-0.
Yeah.
4-1.
And Giroud.
Let's just go for Arsenal. He will be.
Charlie, that was also another belter.
He's been around these parts.
But
man.
yeah, so it'll be interesting, and an interesting end
But
to the
Giroud
season.
scored some goals that game.
Yeah, Giroud.
Yeah, Giroud scored, Hazard scored
Hazard
2,
scored, yeah.
and then I think Pedro scored the last one.
Wow.
4-1, yeah.
So
History.
the top 4 there, who do you think will make it?
Oh, I think.
Among these 4 teams, Newcastle,
Okay, should I say who I think
City,
or who I want?
Chelsea,
Who do you think?
and who?
I think
Aston Villa.
City. I think City have found this like.
From Noah Pickett.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not. I mean, it's not.
Now that
It's
Haaland
not
is
classic
not inside,
City.
do you think there was part of the problem?
Who?
Now that Haaland is
I
injured,
don't
they are
think-
finally doing well.
No,
Actually, I have some thoughts about that.
I don't think so.
I think Mamouche complements their.
I
like,
think he's
the way
he's
they
definitely
play.
more.
False
He's
nine
definitely
kind of
more
play.
fluid. Yeah, the false 9 things. I don't think it's me. I think Foden is a bigger culprit than Haaland, personally.
But Foden has not played at all.
Yes, but when he plays, he doesn't add anything.
Haaland doesn't link up well, cra.
Haaland-
Every time you see Haaland,
Yes.
he's not making around. Like
No, he's making the runs, but they don't pass it.
Charlie, so match B, I think it was on Sky Sports. Like the guy was not making basic runs to even like stretch the defense for other
Because
players.
they
to
don't
run
pass
inside.
it to you.
Exactly, he was like, yeah, they don't
I
pass.
feel
me,
like
don't
it's
run.
like he's
No matter your job as a striker, you have to run even if they don't pass you, still make the runs. As Samojan, go and ask him.
yeah.
He was
but
making those runs.
Low-key, I understand him, but even regardless, he still was. I think still 3rd on the Premier League list or
Yeah,
something.
he had a good
I think he's
start.
out for the season, right?
Had a good start to the season. Yeah,
Yeah, he's out for the season.
But yeah, you're right. City they found a way to win. I
Yes,
think.
I think City have found a way to
Because
win.
Everton match was not
So
an
it's
easy
going
match.
to be
I think Forest are not going to make it. I think
Why?
the
They're on a-
magic,
they're on
the
a-
magic
they're
has
on a-
stopped. The magic has
Yeah,
stopped.
they're on a bit of a. They thought they had done it.
I think
They said-
Newcastle or Villa. So I think it's going to be the top. The
But
box.
Forest don't make it there.
Charlie,
Yeah,
The
wow.
3 teams that will make it is
Bottle job.
Newcastle, City, and Villa. Newcastle, City, and Villa. I think
said-
Chelsea.
We are saying the top 4 we were Liverpool
So Liverpool,
winning,
Arsenal.
obviously. Arsenal coming second again.
Yes.
Newcastle.
City. I think City will be 3rd.
City,
And you're saying Forest can't make it.
Newcastle.
So at best,
Newcastle-
Europa League.
Yes, Newcastle, Villa. Yeah. City, Newcastle, Villa.
yeah.
That's
That's
why I
five.
think.
The Villa will be fit.
Chelsea-
5 teams. to
Chelsea will
return.
be 6th.
Oh wow.
And Forest.
Oh, Forest. Wow.
will be 7th.
It depends. I think it depends on if Chelsea can beat Newcastle at St James Park. If we do, I'll give us a good chance. If not, yeah.
Bro, if Forest end up 7th here, at some point we're second. Though.
Charlie, they said,
remember.
look, they thought it was done. That if they had gone on Amazon and were buying their vacation
They,
wear,
they
were
actually
buying their,
built up like a solid gap between
Serious
them
gap.
and the
But
rest.
they have
of,
a game in hand today. If they win, they will be on what 60 points.
Yeah. But even, I mean, yeah,
Against
Inter, like
Spurs,
they'll
yeah, so
face
they need
Chelsea,
to-
they will face they still have
They're
a bit of a tough
playing
run.
people in and around them.
Again, sometimes it's hard for these teams
Anything can
to
happen.
stay the course. So yeah, it's quite tough. It's quite tough. Chelsea are on a bit of a downward spiral. I mean, we got the 3 points against Fulham, but I can't count on them banking points. And the fact that we face Liverpool, if Liverpool do us a favor,
So
Charlie.
we want that guard of honor.
Do you remember when you guys 2020? I'll pull up the receipts. You guys wanted to win the league, so we invited you over to Stamford Bridge,
And
and we
lost.
gave you a
you
nice,
opened your
nice,
bottles
tasty
for us.
win. We even beat City for you guys. The week or two before. I remember Lampard, Pulisic got a brace or something like that. So Charlie, we've helped you guys in the past. You guys do it for us. Do it for us.
but yeah,
You
on,
let's win
on,
our trophy.
on
first.
Tuesday, City is playing Villa.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's what.
Everybody in the top 4 races playing themselves.
Yeah.
Yes,
Charlie.
4th versus 7th.
gives a very
and there's
nice
1 point
end.
between them, so
Yeah.
that's a serious match. That's a
I
serious
feel like in
match.
the Premier League, that's all there is to look forward to.
All there is to look forward to. The
now
top
this
four
way,
is.
it's just a top 4.
But at least it's interesting. It's a good race.
Yeah, so that's it for the top 4. So I think we've been through. Oh, let's not forget to mention Liverpool need 1 win to confirm the title. So congratulations to them. Like we've been saying since December,
Champions.
that you guys are going to win.
Champion.
So yeah, congrats in advance to
Ole,
Liverpool.
ole. You let's win first.
But what was that thing you wanted to talk about?
Yes, I actually forgot.
I knew it. Very nice one day.
I was going to mention something. So, when we post some of the short videos on YouTube, it gets a lot of reach, right? We see people like from all
around
sorts,
the world,
all around the
Jakarta,
world, yeah, watching the videos. And we posted a short video of, I think it was the career path video, the one I did against Joe Lord. Bro, in the comments, they're like, Andrea, you.
Oh
Andrea,
yeah.
I was like, what are they talking
Oh
about?
yeah.
I said,
No. If memory serves me right, somebody asked, "Who is this guy?" And you
this is-
responded,
this is tag-
I said I should tag him.
Tag the
I
world
said,
gang.
Andrea,
Are they saying I look like Andrea? You?
yes. That's what they're saying.
Is that
That's a compliment. That's a compliment. So he's a fresh guy.
He's
oh.
a fine
Fine
boy. He's
boy.
just bored. That's what. He's a fine
He's
boy.
a fine boy.
But yo, that was just the funniest
So if
thing.
I had hair, would they say I look like
I
Andrea?
don't think so.
I should keep wearing my hat.
Oh, no. Embrace it.
Andrea, you. That's funny.
We
as
used
well.
to enter clubs and things. But yeah. So that was what I wanted to mention. Yeah. I think that's it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's quickly touch on what happened across Europe. So, Bayern keep winning. Looks like Harry Kane is about to win his first trophy.
They need one more win as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Harry Kane is about to win his first
Finally,
trophy.
Zoo can be vindicated.
Yes, happy for him though.
So
Happy
do you
that
think
it
you
didn't
come
happen
back to
as
the Premier
Spurs.
League after this?
Oh nah, I think you see
Yeah,
us.
it's 5 years.
Yeah, I think he finishes the deal, and maybe after that you come.
see
So
what's
he's pretty fit, so I'm sure he can still play like 37,
LeBron James,
38. Yeah.
The Serie A title race is also heating up.
Serie A title is-
Napoli and
Inter lost, so
Yeah.
now Napoli and Inter are level on points.
Yeah,
and
neck and
with
neck.
Inter's exertions in the Champions League, it could open the
Bro,
door
I saw
for
this thing that they said. Italy they don't do goal difference. They do head to head.
head-to-head. Oh, okay.
So if they finish on the same points, this season they played 2 games and they were both 1-1 home and away.
Wow.
So they're going to play a playoff,
Playoff.
just one match, Inter versus Napoli
Nice.
to
That'll be
decide the
sick.
title.
That'll be sick.
Hey, Lukaku.
Bro, and I feel like every league has to do this.
Yeah.
Every league has to. That's sick. So
I
yeah,
hope we do see that though.
I hope so, yeah. It'll be so
Usually
cool.
it builds up, but
and then in Spain,
Barca-
wow, Barca. I
Barca
actually
stole
watched that
inside.
match. Oh no, they
Barca
actually,
stole inside.
they actually,
Hey.
I watched
Barcelona.
that match.
shit is still inside.
Barcelona. Masa.
Yeah. No, I watched that match. They
UEFA
actually,
alone.
UEFA alone. This one is Barcelona. Charlie, against Spain, I was doing and they could manage to turn it around.
But yeah, so yeah, they were losing 3-1 at a point. To,
Borja
to
Iglesias
Celta, yeah, Borja Iglesias hat-trick. They were losing 3-1 to Celta Vigo,
Yeah.
and
That's two
They
hat
just-
tricks in one weekend. But both teams lost against Barca.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Guarassi and
I mean, those one though, but they lost the tie. But they brought Lamine Yamal and Olmo on, and the game just boom changed.
Lamine man.
They did their thing.
That kid is next level.
Almost
Hey,
scored.
Andrea, you.
Rafinha scored to equalize, and then so it was 3-3, and then 94th minute penalty, 98th minute penalty. That's where it was.
Yeah, 98.
98th minute penalty.
I imagine.
It was a foul, but I still feel like these kind of fouls we shouldn't be giving these kind of fouls. But by the book, you know, it was a
By
foul.
the book.
Yeah, and Lewandowski is injured for like 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
He has a calf injury during the game, so that's
Oh,
interesting.
the
Interesting
youthful
for the
exuberance.
interesting for the Champions League. So
Let's
see
see
what happens there.
Another last thing I
And he's
just
also missing the Copa del Rey final. So
really.
Yeah.
Another last thing I want to mention. RIP to Pope Francis.
Pope Francis.
Who
Oh
died
yeah,
today. I heard that
RIP too.
Cardinal Peter Texan is eligible to become the next Pope.
Yeah,
The Ghanaian.
He might.
Also,
I
The
think
Pope
he's
has
one
passed.
of the front runners.
today, no.
Yeah, today. Yeah,
Sorry. That's sad. Easter plan.
yeah, it's on Easter.
His reason.
And on
Anyway,
that somber note, I think we
it's-
can wrap it up. So yeah,
This a
This
day
has been-
Sulia. Sulia.
Sulia.
Yep, that was us. Catch us everywhere. Like, follow, subscribe.
Peace.
Sulia